welcome to Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie. I'm Julie Davison, and this is my mama, Susan LaCroix.
Hi, everybody.
Sunday Stamping is our weekly video series where we get on Zoom and we stamp together and share projects with you using the same products. Mom and I have been demonstrators for 19 years, and we live 2 or 3 states away. She's in Michigan. I'm in Illinois, so we don't get a chance to stamp in person as often as we like. So this is kind of our opportunity to see each other and visit and stamp together virtually. So yes. Hey, Mom, how was your week?
Hey, Julie. As usual, it was busy. It's like, I don't know where the week went, but it's gone. And here we are in the middle of September.
That kind of blows my mind, actually. We just talked about that right before we hit record on this. And I'm like, how is it already September 12th? Because first of all, didn't September just start? I guess it did 12 days ago, but celebration is almost over. Celebration ends September 30th.
2 weeks.
If you have not placed your order to get all your favorites, make sure you do that soon. Don't wait until the last minute. We're not actually talking about celebration stuff today, though. We're going to focus on some stuff from the mini catalog because we are right in the middle of that. So this catalog started August 3rd and goes through January
2nd or 3rd.
Let me see. I've got it.
Let me look.
Right here in front of me.
January 3rd.
Yes. January 3rd. So we still have a few more months left of that. And I know there have been some inventory issues. And so don't be worried, because even if things are temporarily sold out, they're still coming back. Nothing is selling out completely at this point. We still have plenty of time in this catalog period. So just be patient and, just be aware of some of the back order issues, but don't worry, don't fret. So actually, we maybe didn't time this so well, because some of the things that we're going to show you today are they are on back order or low inventory, or I think the gold ribbon is not orderable right now. But again, this is such short term. One of the back ordered items is due in tomorrow,
this week.
And I think the other one is the week after that. So again, don't worry, there might be a short delay, but these things are not gone forever. They are, getting them back in stock as soon as they can. So with that,
why don't we get started?
Yes, let's jump over. Mom's going to introduce the suite we're sharing today.
We had talked about this last week. And we shared that we were going to do Blackberry Beauty. And so we're doing it. Despite the thing, a few back ordered items. So it's on page 44 and 45 of your mini catalog here. And I have been waiting for this paper to come back in, because this was one of the items that was not available when the catalog went live. And so I've been chomping at the bit to get my hands on it. And so I kind of haven't been able to stop playing with it. So, so anyway, let me just introduce some of the things that are in the suite for you. So here is the Beauty of Tomorrow stamp set. And it has, I love this font, and I love this saying right here: the changing of leaves reminds us that new wonders are just around the corner. And that really is so true. And some of the pretty fauna, some of the other greetings in this bird. And, interestingly, these little splotches. But this has a lot of dies with it. So let me just share the dies with you as well. Lots of dies. So we got the bird. We've got the 2 flower pieces. We've got this big fern, very intricate. And then we have some leaves that can be die cut out. The paper. Oh, I love this paper. Let me get it out. So look at this. It is stunning. So one side has the gold foil. And I have to tell you, I would never have put rich raspberry and cinnamon cider together.
Yeah,
And oops, it's upside down.
I love it, but I was sort of struggling with that combination too.
Yeah, but I think we did okay. So one side has the gold foil on it, and then the other side is just some more of the neutral, but very pretty prints as well. This one almost reminds me of deer antler.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing.
So I don't know if you can see it up close and personal. But some just more subtle flower backgrounds. And again, this is kind of interesting. This is what, Flirty Flamingo?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I like this one. This is so pretty.
Oh, polished pink.
Oh, polished pink. Yeah. So so this is the designer series paper. There's some other things along it with it as well. This is interesting. This is shimmery gold vellum. And I don't know if you can see the gold in it with the flecks. I actually tried a different technique and I'm going to show you. I'm not real crazy about it. I don't know if it's because of the vellum or if I did something wrong, but I'll show you later. And then also with this suite is this ephemera pack. So you get 2 sheets of these like labels and stickers and frames, because you can use the frames of that. And then you have some of the, you got this big bird, which almost scares me.
Oh, the owl.
Yeah, that's an owl. Yeah.
He does feel a little like I'm not sure how to use it because it's so
big.
Yeah.
And then there's some gold foil embellishments as well with some tags. So some fun elements to use with this. And then there's one more thing, Julie mentioned it, and that is this beautiful gold ribbon, which you can't order right now, but you'll be able to in just another week or so. So very soft, very pliable, easy to use, but just stunning nonetheless. Okay. So, but the important thing that I wanted to share before we get showing with our projects is Sale-a-Bration ends at the end of September. So there's just a few more weeks. And this bundle is one of the ones that you can get for free. It's part of the free bundle to your starter kit program as well. So I'm looking for it right here.
Bottom
and you
left.
know what, Julie? Oh, there it is. I was going to say, I don't see it. Beauty of Tomorrow right here. Page 69 in your mini catalog, or actually it's in the bundle pages. So lots of, I mean, there's like 12 bundles that you can choose from. So really pretty one. And I think we've shown a lot of these over the course of the last few weeks. It's hard to believe this is week 15.
Week 15.
Week 15.
Oh,
right?
of our video series.
Of our
yes.
video series.
For Sale-a-Bration, it's only like week 6.
No. Hey, are you ready, Julie, to do your projects?
Yeah,
or do you want me to do mine?
First. Let me switch. Let me switch over. Before I show you my card, actually, I want to start with some samples since Mom was just showing the catalog. I wanted to show you some of the other cards that I've made, and then I'll show you the card that I've created for you today. So first of all, right here from the catalog, you guys know I love to case the catalog. And so that card I copied. I made a few changes and I added the bird, but I tried to keep it like pretty close. I stamped that big stamp around the edge and added a cardstock layer under the paper, but I just love it. This is not usually my look. Usually I do very clean and simple, but I really had some fun going outside of my comfort zone. I wanted to share really quick how I did the threads. So I took that gold ribbon and let me cut a little snip here. I just started like pulling apart, like you catch a little drag of it and then you can just pull that so that it like shreds the ribbon, and then you can use those little bits so that it's not like so big and bulky, just a little bit of that like gold. I just love the way that turned out. Okay, so I also was inspired by the project back in the bundle index. And I love this layout, and I decided to change up some colors. So here was the inspiration project. and I used the designer paper and the colors. And so I think I used Flirty Flamingo instead of Polished Pink. The pink is really throwing me off. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I just think it's such a weird thing to go with fall, but I do like all the layering and the stamped background. So some of these pieces are from the ephemera pack and the designer paper, and then the die cut piece. So this big die cut both the raspberry and the gold shimmer paper back here. And I didn't use the full piece, like I cut it down and only used part of it. This one's a little more my style, really clean and simple with some designer paper panels and then the ephemera die cuts, and I included them on the inside too. I love the way that turned out. Actually, I did something inside all of my cards, so I forgot to show you those. And then this one, oh, I realized at the end I hadn't used the splatter yet, so I threw them inside my card. I think it's a great stamp to like add, you know, texture and do like collage with, but it's just not one that I was reaching for. This is one I shared recently. It's a little pocket card. So the designer paper piece is 5 1/4 inches by 12 inches. And then I scored at 4 and 4 again and cut the last panel diagonally and folded it over to create the pocket.
Very nice.
More
very nice.
ephemera pieces, and that was a little stamped image. Here's a layout I've been using recently, and so I thought I'd give it a try. 2 pieces of designer paper that are 2 inches by 4 inches. This is from the ephemera pack, and then I stamped the bird.
You're putting me to shame. I think only one of my samples has an inside finished.
Oh, I was gonna say the one I'm gonna share doesn't, but it does. Sorry. But I don't always. I'm trying to make an effort. This is one I think you shared this in a recent video, the like little accordion designer paper. And then these are all die cuts from the ephemera pack. So this one's really simple with this designer paper. Like all I did was add the label at the top. Really pretty. Okay, nice. So yeah, I've been having some fun with Blackberry Bliss or Blackberry Beauty. More so than I thought I would, but today the project I'm going to share with you, we're coming right back to like totally Julie style, clean and simple. And so for this project, I wanted to use this big die in a different way. And I don't think I've shared this in a little while. We're going to use the die with the Silicone Craft Mat to emboss instead of die cut. So I'm going to place the die with the cutting edge face down onto the cardstock and put that onto the craft mat. And then for our sandwich, I'm going to get rid of that thin die adapter, this one, number 2, and keep the cutting plates. I got brand new cutting plates out for you guys today because my other ones were so scratched up. So this little sandwich, whatever you want to call it, goes onto the cutting plates, and then you're going to send that right through. And it almost doesn't feel like it's doing anything. Like it goes through really easily, but it's just enough pressure to cause the die to
love it.
Imprint on the cardstock. So this is a really easy way to use that die, because sometimes these really like intricate dies can be difficult to, you know, die cut and deal with. So I wanted to have that same kind of design, but just have the background. So that is the background for my card. Like I said, this card is so clean and simple compared to the other ones. So then I have only just a little bit of stamping. I really loved this one, and I hadn't used it on any of my other cards as like a main image. I think you were just talking about this one, Mom. The changing of leaves remind us that new wonders are just around the corner. So I'm going to stamp this in early espresso onto basic white cardstock. And then I'm going to layer that onto early espresso. By the way, this is cinnamon cider for the background. So this is, again, just really simple layering. And then I wasn't sure what else to do. And so I was looking back at the die set, and there are 4 different leaf dies. And I die cut them in the gold foil. So
Nice.
I did like a couple extras so that I could have 5 for the front and 2 for the inside. I'm reaching for Stampin' Dimensionals. I just realized on my other sample, I don't think it matters very much. Well, on my other one, my practice, I used the Stampin' Dimensionals under the white layer. And so then I was able to slip the leaves like underneath that layer a little bit, but this is gonna be fine. And my glue dots. I always like glue dots for putting on smaller die cuts or punched pieces like these leaves. So I'm going to put them right onto the roll. And then I'll take them off and put them on the card. I'm starting to get used to these glue dots, though I still don't love them on this side.
I was just thinking that this morning when I was working with them. I thought, oh, I don't like them here.
I don't, but I don't think it's going to change. So
yeah, you're right. We just have to get used to it.
Yep. Okay, this is going to be for the inside. So for the inside, I'm going to do 2 leaves, kind of like falling down the page. And that's sort of the same look I'm going for over here. So I'm going to do 3 leaves. Like on top, and then 2 down here.
I love it.
Again, just the idea like they're floating down. And that's going right inside.
Very nice.
Oh, thank you. These gold leaves just make me so happy. Fall is my favorite. So the simplicity of this card and the sentiment is just
very nice.
Are you ready to show us what you came up with?
I am.
Let's replace.
I was also inspired by a project in here, and now I've got to find it. I closed my catalog. Bear with me while I forgot what page it's on. Oh, here we go. All right. So what I was inspired by, because I haven't done this in a while, I always like tone on tone. And I don't know if you can see it, but the stamp set greeting, the one that both Julie and I have mentioned, was used as a background for this. And I thought, oh, I kind of like that idea. So that was kind of what inspired me as well. So what I did is I have some rich raspberry, and that's the card base here. And I cut another piece 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I'm going to simply take the stamp with my ink, and I'm just going to stamp it all over. And I'm just kind of wanting to mix it up a little bit. I'm kind of starting it at different points here. So there we go. There's our background. And then I took a piece of this 2 inches by 4 inches designer series paper that's going to go here. And these 2 elements I've already glue dotted together, but they're from the ephemera pack as well. I'm going to glue those down here. And then again, this was also in the book. I love this. Some people are just likable, and you're one of those people. This is one like line. So I just took some white scraps and I just kind of cut them apart. Some people are just likable. You're one of those people. So very simple as well. And so I'm going to start gluing these down right now.
Hey,
And then
Mom,
I'll show you. Yeah.
you're one of those people.
Aw. Thank you, Jay. You're one of my special peeps too.
Mm.
Okay, so I'm just gonna set this, and I just like the whoops. I just like the way this looks on here, just as a background. You know, you don't always have to do a fancy background, and that was pretty quick.
I like how you put that on a separate piece and then put it on the card instead of just doing it straight on the card. Like that just adds a little more finish
Yeah,
to the
I
front.
thought so. And I do want to pop these little flowers up. So, oh man. Well, maybe I will. No, I have another bin of projects, and that's where mine are.
Oh, here,
Well,
let me
normally
pass
I
you
would.
some.
Oh, sure. Thank you so much. I'm trying to see if I can grab some from somewhere else on the table. Yep, I sure can. Bear with me 1 second, please.
I did the same thing, Mom.
Okay, there we go. I always try to keep little and big dimensionals on my table, depending on who's coming over stamping. So, oh my, I love this. I love this. All right, so I'm just going to pull these.
I thought
out.
that was one like piece. I love how
Oh,
you put
yeah.
them together because it does look like it was just meant to be that way.
Yeah, I thought it needed more than just one. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna kind of place it here, and it can overlap your DSP a little bit. And then these guys are just gonna go on, and I'm gonna use my favorite. Let's see, it's pretty empty. Just because these are so little. So let's get a little. Sure, we'll get a little. Oh, screw it.
You can put them out with dimensionals.
I could. All right, so some people are. I'm gonna move this over a little bit. And I don't always remember to like cut apart the greeting. I like that look.
Yeah.
They're just likable, and you're one of those people. Come on. I like liquid glue. All right. There we go. I think it's a pretty simple card. It's very easy to come together.
I love it.
And it's just, and I should have tucked this under the paper, I think a little more, but that's okay. So let me show you some other cards that I've made with this. And Julie, like you, I love this paper. The sheet you could cut up, like make 6 cards out of a 12 by 12 sheet. And this background color, it's not a color that's in our palette, but boy, I want to call it almond, like, I don't know, something.
I was just thinking like bone, like yeah.
But I wouldn't mind having this as a neutral.
Yeah, it's a little bit lighter than Sahara sand, I think. Like
it is, because I brought out Sahara sand to see if that was what it was or close to, and it wasn't. So anyway, but this makes such a simple card. I just embossed the happy birthday greeting in gold, threw some gilded gems on here. Did not do the inside. Yeah. But anyway, again, this came together in like less than 5 minutes. I swear to God. This card we did at Hostess Club this week or month. And again, I used some of the ribbon, and this is probably one of my favorite sheets of paper, the one that I used one as well. It's just, I like the size of the print on there, and these birds are getting together to kiss.
Oh.
And then the inside, we just stamped a cinnamon cider flower and the bird up in the corner.
I love it. You know, that paper reminds me of Amy, my sister, your daughter,
yes.
because she just loves birds, and I don't know, like the colors and just the look of that paper just made me think of her.
Yeah, and I also, again, I did the same thing where I cut a piece of 4 inch by 5 1/4 cinnamon cider, embossed it with the 3D bark, and put that on as well, just to kind of give it another layer and another dimension.
I love that, using the same color. That just looks so nice.
It's kind of in my thing these days. So then I brought out some alcohol and my blends and did an alcohol blend technique card on vellum.
I love it.
and then just stamped and die cut out these images.
So that's the regular vellum, right?
This is the regular vellum. Yeah. Yeah, I thought that came out really nice. And I
So
suppose I
pretty.
could put a couple little gems there. And this one, I wanted to use the gold vellum paper and try it again. So I did that with this on the other side, the non-shimmery side. But I don't know. And I used cinnamon cider and rich raspberry blends, but it didn't blend. It didn't blend like this one did. And so I don't know if it's because of the vellum. I added more alcohol, and I could have gotten out a straw, I guess, and blew it around to see if it would move, but it didn't. So I let it go. I did splotch some bleach on it to try to do something with it, and I added some of the gold from the ephemera pack and some of the champagne or elegant gems, I think, on this.
Pretty. I love the colors. Just so fall.
It is. It is. So those were my projects for this card. So I love this set.
Oh my gosh. I'm just so digging Blackberry Beauty.
Oh, I am too. I am too.
Are you ready to switch back to?
I am ready to switch back. I have to slide over on this chair. I need to get a new roly-poly chair here.
You do. You're overdue for a chair.
I'm way overdue for a chair. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna do our screen grab picture. Why can't you see my card very well?
I can see it.
Right there. That's where you can see it. I need to be right here. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, cheese. I know that seems silly if you're watching the video, but I'll go back later and grab a screen grab. It's so fun to have these pictures of us each week with the projects that we're making. I just enjoy this so much, Mom. I'm so glad that we're doing this.
I do too. I do too. The kids are back at school. So how's their first week or so gone?
It's going great. Everybody's feeling better. I know last week we talked about how they had picked up a cold at school, but Thomas and Claire are my junior and senior in high school. And so it's marching band season. So we've got football games and the weather's been really nice. And the football team has been winning some of the games, which is a good change for our school. I'm just there to see the marching band, but I'm learning a little about football at the same time.
You can't help but learn about it. And actually, Dad and I are looking forward because we want to come and see. Since Tom's senior year, this is his last chance that we'll get to see him in March. So we're going to be coming in a few weeks anyway. And Elise is playing basketball, so we get to catch one of her games. So we're really excited about that. So we get to stay together
to film in person.
So yeah, we're excited about that.
It's gonna be so much fun. So that's just in a couple weeks, but we have like the beginning of October. So we have some time.
A little bit.
We have some time in the meantime, and next week we'll have some fun projects using the painted Christmas suite, right?
Yes.
We're gonna show off another bundle that you can get for free during celebration if you join one of our teams. So we just kind of want to highlight those amazing bundles, even if you're not interested in becoming a demonstrator, or if you're already a demonstrator. The bundles are always such a great deal because when you bundle stamp set and dies together, you save 10%. So that's something that's on sale for the whole catalog, and I just love that. So you can either save 10% or you can get it free if you join as a demonstrator during celebration.
I have an idea, Julie, for one of our October videos.
Okay.
That I will share with you and see what you think. See if we can flesh it out.
You're just so naughty to tease.
Yeah, well, I was kind of thinking about it, and I have an idea. It'll be fun. Anyway, that's for later.
I can't wait to talk about it and to share it eventually with everybody else. Okay, well, let's sign off for now.
All right.
And we'll see you guys next Sunday at noon Central Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks for tuning in and watching with us. Have a great week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.